Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Let's Get Comfortable. Really hope you enjoyed that fine commercial for our title sponsor, the Slider House. And we're here. This is segment 2.
I worked really hard on that segment.
You did. You practiced.
That commercial. I think the Slider House would be very impressed. I think I deserve a couple of free sliders for that.
And just because I sat here and critiqued it, which was basically me saying, like, nice job. You did good. That sounded good. I think I should probably get a free few ones as well. Just throwing it out there. You know, we'll see. They are our title sponsor.
When I went to that bachelor party last weekend, I stopped by the Slider House to pick up some Bloody Mary mix. The Walker's Bloody Mary mix. I don't even like Bloody Marys, but I'm trying to get into them. Mm-hmm. And this Walker's Bloody Mary mix is hands down the best Bloody Mary mix you will ever put in your mouth. And I even emailed them to tell them, listen, where can I pick this stuff up? You converted a non-Bloody Mary drinker into a believer. And the owner sent me a Facebook message back and said, you know, right now we distribute in Nashville only a couple of spots, only in Nashville. I was in Chattanooga, and they didn't even have it in Chattanooga yet. So, very much right off the ground, but goddamn is that stuff good.
I'm going to put you on the spot here. What makes it so good?
Because, unlike, you know, a lot of people like the Zing Zang now, and, you know, they think, oh, that's the best one or whatnot. I like it spicy, and I like it has to be cold. It has to be chilled. But I also, it has to be like thicker, if that makes sense. Like I don't like it to be too thin and tomatoey. Mm-hmm. It needs to be a lot of stuff in there. And they basically put the peppers, the onions, the garlic, mm-hmm. the celery, mm-hmm. the pepper, the salt, mm-hmm. all the spices, everything in this mix, and you can tell, and it's incredible. I got a whole bottle over there.
What is that soup called? Gazpacho, I think.
Cold soup.
The cold soup, yeah. But the standard one that people think of is basically like the cold soupy, almost salsa flavor. It sounds like you would be a fan of gazpacho, but Bloody Mary style.
Possibly. This thing is spicy. It's, dude.
Very intriguing.
It's so good.
I would love if they were another title sponsor. I would really love that.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. But as we move on here, segment 2, we usually, during this point, call somebody.
Ooh.
But
what do you got there, Pat?
I'm pouring myself some Epa Supra Fruta Red Sangria.
And you're pouring me some?
I sure am. Now, back off some people that would make fun of us, Andy Reesmeyer, because we enjoy having the guilty pleasure of a fruity wine on occasion. There's nothing wrong with.
There's nothing wrong with a kinky drink, a nice fruity wine.
And for all you health nuts out there that might actually listen to this, this is made with organic fruits. It's a bonus drink tonight, folks.
I don't want it anymore. I don't want it.
You know,
I'm out. I want the.
You want the chemicals?
Manufactured chemical stuff.
Pour some kinky in it.
I don't like all this organic. You know what? We can get on this topic.
I was just making fun of it.
All this organic bullshit, Pat. I really do. Just eat fucking food. Drink what you want to drink. Life's too fucking short. I don't mean to get on a tangent about, you know, YOLO, but seriously, you really only do fucking live once. And people are like, well, wouldn't you want to make it last longer? I don't really fucking care. I want to enjoy life. Mm. Now, I appreciate the health benefits of exercising, and maybe not eating Jack in the Box every meal of the day.
I had Wendy's twice yesterday.
Sure. Yeah. I get that. But fucking why ruin your life by saying, you know what? I got to get this. It has to be organic. What about the chicken? What about the chicken's life?
Did he eat good food?
Did
he have friends?
He wasn't roaming free. He was in a cage. I can't eat him. That was really good too.
Sorry.
I get it. Seriously, I don't mean to be a stickler or a hater or whatever the fuck it is on the organic people. One, organic food is like 9 million times more expensive. That's dumb. 2.
Yeah.
Seriously, who would even know that these are organic? I mean, these farmers could be like, yeah, he walked around his cage for a bit. He's organic. You're good.
Mm-hmm.
All these people are going, no, there's the FCC or FAD or FDA.
MPGAA.
And they know which ones are organic.
Yeah.
Get out of here. I don't believe it. I don't believe any of it. I really don't.
All I know is that while you were doing the whole rant,
You just drank the whole fucking thing.
mm-hmm.
Now let me take
I just drank a whole glass.
Why do I need organic fruits and shit?
I don't know, but this is pretty delicious, so you don't necessarily need it. But
wow, that is good.
it tastes good.
That is good.
I'm not saying it's because it's organic.
We
but,
could probably just drink the whole bottle right now.
we could, So, anyways, folks.
Pat, I don't mean to bring the tempo of the show down, but I think we would be remiss to not raise a glass to the one and only Ann Bierman, who recently passed away, a longtime faculty member of DeSmet Jesuit High School, an absolute influential person on so many that came through that school, so many who worked there, students, what have you, raised a fantastic family with 2 sons who are probably some of the better guys you'll ever meet in your life. And
She's a wonderful woman.
again, I would just, R.I.P. to Ann Bierman. We have a service for her tomorrow at DeSmet Jesuit. And I like to believe that she listened to Let's Get Comfortable at least once.
I worked with her for a little over a year, and I will tell you that she was very much of the Let's Get Comfortable philosophy. She actually would have been a wonderful person to have on the show. We had a divider between us in our office, but you'd be sitting there working, and all of a sudden you hear her go, "Pat, do you like bacon?"
No
I'm
way.
not kidding. And I'd go, one day I was like, yeah, I like bacon. Who doesn't like bacon? She goes, "You don't get it. I really, really love bacon."
Really?
And then it got to the point that she had me Googling when like the Bacon Festival was in St. Louis coming up. She had an addiction to candied bacon, which is really just the combination of the two best things, like pork fat and sugar.
So good.
For all you organic people out there, it was organic pork fat and raw sugar. But the point is, Anne loved DeSmet. She loved her family. She loved the people that she was with, and people loved her back because she showed that. God rest her soul. God bless Matt, David, and Larry. And we're going to show her right tomorrow.
Absolutely.
She deserves everything that she's going to get tomorrow, and it's going to be a great time.
And we loved Ann.
And we're cheersing here, by the way, in our DeSmet Jesuit glasses.
We are, yes.
With this fancy organic sangria that I'm sure she would have mocked us for being organic,
Yeah.
and she would have loved. Here's to all the bacon in heaven you get.
Here's to Ann.
Amen.
All right. I'm glad we got that in.
Me too. You want to move on to 3 questions now?
Pat, I would love to.
We usually do calls during this point, and we will probably get to some later on. But to be honest with you folks, when you're off for about 6 weeks, and you text people like, "Hey, we're going to call you at 10 o'clock at night," they're not always ready.
You're right. And I'd like to start off with another shout out to, by the way, I don't know if I gave him credit enough. Maybe it was just our mock run where I gave him credit, but our intro song to the show was actually the intro song with myself and a good buddy, Matt Gerber, also DeSmet grad, also class of 06, that we had a show in college freshman year. It was on Sunday nights. It was on the, campus radio show. Our intro song, Three Kings, Matt and I had on our show back in the day. And I said, "Hey, Matt, Pat and I got this show now. You care if we do Three Kings as like our intro?" He's like, I don't give a fuck. I saw him this weekend over at the lake. He said, "Why don't you throw this question on the show? I listen to your show every time I'm traveling on the airplane." How about that, Pat?
Matt Gerber is a man among men. And I know that doesn't make any sense, but my point is Matt Gerber is the guy.
He's a man for others. Anyway.
He's an MFO.
Shout out question from Matt Gerber to the show for 3 questions was, what is your favorite Swayze movie?
Swayze.
Yeah.
Just to make sure I don't mess this up like the whole kinky blow pop conversation, can we get a quick definition of Swayze? Oh, Patrick Swayze.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Patrick
You're lucky
Swayze.
that I was drinking right at that when you asked that.
No, I'm sorry.
Because I would have ripped you
harder
than I'm ripping you now.
I'm sorry. I was like Swayze.
Are you
I was
kidding me?
thinking of the word, and I was like, oh, it's actually
What's your favorite Patrick Swayze movie? That's what he's asking.
it's a pronoun.
From Matt
It's
Gerber.
it's not a noun. It's a pronoun. Okay. Well, First off, Matt and Jim, thank you for the question.
Well, of course, yes. I'm sure Gerber would say the same thing.
I'm sorry it took me a second. It's been some time since our last podcast. You know what? I'm gonna go with Ghost. Ghost by Patrick Swayze and Demi
Really?
Moore. Yeah.
Interesting choice, sir.
I'm gonna give you 2 reasons why. One, because I love the uniqueness of that film. I mean, you have these 2 lovers are separated between one world and another, but yet they're so close but so apart, and it's frustrating to watch. And I imagine that anybody who's lost a loved one from a relationship standpoint like that wishes that they had their guardian angel walking and watching over them.
Sure.
Which can be creepy, but also, admittedly, because I just don't know too many Patrick Swayze movies, but I enjoyed watching that one.
I am going to throw you a curveball. And by you, I mean Matt Gerber, not you, Pat Swayze.
Who's Patrick Swayze?
Knowing.
Yeah.
Anyway, my favorite Patrick Swayze movie is not a movie. It is the Patrick Swayze, Chris Farley skit of Chippendales. And I don't care what Gerber says.
You dirty dog.
That's what I'm going with. That's my absolute favorite. I think he and Chris Farley just made that skit absolutely fantastic. And R.I.P. to Patrick Swayze.
He had a very attractive body.
He sure did.
I mean, wait, Chris Farley.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I have a similar one.
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, let's move on. My question for you, and this is actually one that I'm plagiarizing a little bit. We used it this morning at cross country practice, but it was fun enough to ask a bunch of teenage guys, and I think it'd be fun enough to ask you and to ask the people that are listening.
Sure. Answer or tell me while you're filling me up with this nice organic sangria.
Epa Superfruit Sangria. First off, Jim, I don't know if I thanked you and Matt for the question, but I wanted to thank you, and I'm going to throw this to you. I want to thank you again. I'm going to throw this to you now.
Okay.
It's a 2-part, 1A, 1B. What is your favorite smell and your least favorite smell?
Wow. First of all, Pat, thank you for the question.
You're welcome.
Second of all, this is one of the easiest questions I've ever answered. My favorite smell in the entire fucking world is waking up on Thanksgiving Day to the smell of the turkey that's been cooking since 6 in the morning. The whole house smells like stuffing and turkey, and I can't think of a better smell. I really can't. I love that smell.
Ooh, that smell.
Ooh, that smell.
Gotta smell that smell.
Can't you smell that smell? My least favorite smell is when, and I don't know how your neighborhood was, but I was just talking about this morning at literally 5 in the morning when I got to work, and I'm talking to one of these guys, and he's like, yeah, I used to drive trash trucks around, and I was like, oh man, I used to hate when those things would leak in my neighborhood.
Oh, that's pretty
And
awful.
he goes, you know what that was? Those neighborhoods, maybe after like a morning dew, or it would rain or something, or people would let their grass grow a little longer than expected, they would bag it, and then the trash guys would pick up the bags and they'd throw them in the back of the truck. Well, that trash truck compacts everything, so they're sitting there squeezing all of the moisture out of the grass that's in these bags, and that grass juice moisture is going through all the trash juice moisture, and it's finding every crack it can in that truck. And while that truck is driving, it's just leaving a trail of trash grass juice all over, and it smells awful. And that is one of my least favorite smells. It's awful.
At least it's organic.
Get out of here with your organic bullshit.
Well, this wine is really good.
Yeah. What is your favorite and least favorite smell, Pat?
Thank you for throwing the question back. I love the boomerang effect.
Of course, yes.
So, I've been giving this some thought ever since this morning, and there's so many things I love the smell of, but I came up with 3, I think, relatively unique ones that describe me. I'm gonna call them the 1A, 1B, 1C. Okay. I love waking up to the smell of coffee. I think that coffee always smells better than it tastes, although I do thoroughly enjoy coffee. At night, similar with if I'm out with some friends, I don't like the taste as much, but if I smell a cigar, a good stogie,
Really?
I love the smell of a good cigar. I can smell that thing from a mile away. But numero tres, letter C, call me a little bit of a Kevin Costner kind of old school kid trying to draw out the heartstrings here. I love grabbing my old baseball mitt,
Nice.
sticking my face in it, and taking a whiff of that old dirt leather smell. It literally, like, I smell it and it just brings me back to like grade school, playing at Kirkwood Park baseball. No better times in the summer. And it literally, it's one of those smells where, like, you smell it, you think of what you're smelling, and then you get that like pit of nostalgia in your stomach.
it.
Like your stomach almost drops. Like, oh, that's it.
I like it, Pat. I really like the answer there. That's
Thank you.
fantastic.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I felt like I was abusing it a little by dividing it up, but those were the 3 that came to mind. Now, my least favorite smell.
Ooh, I want to hear it.
Last summer, my parents' dog, I'm taking him out to piss late at night, and he's walking down the sidewalk, and he stops, and literally on the sidewalk, he rolls over his back and starts kind of squirming, like doing a wiggle.
Scratching his back?
That's what I thought. But then I tried to be like, all right, come on, Louie, let's go. His name's Louie, too. And he won't get up. I'm trying to pick him up, and he would start to walk and then start squirming again. Finally, like, what's this dog's deal? I turn on my flashlight on my phone and look down. I see all these little bugs all over the sidewalk. I'm like, well, that's not right.
Uh-oh.
And I'm like, are these bugs coming off of him? Like, what's the deal? Then I realized the bugs are coming off of him. I'm like, why does this dog have bugs all over him? So I'm starting to freak out. I'm like, what's the deal? Come on. I'm physically dragging the dog.
Yeah.
And we get close to the porch where the light is. There's some more bright light. And I see that he's got one of those little pinch collars when you're training dogs. He had been going to the bathroom in the yard, and a dead mole had gotten stuck in the pinch collar.
No fucking way.
The smell of a dead rodent.
Oh my God.
I consider myself to have a pretty strong stomach. Nearly brought me to like the dry heaving, throwing up level. Because when that wave of just the smell of animal death hits you, and it's that raw and fresh. Sorry, folks, put your drinks down, but it is awful.
I just lost my appetite. We have a nice sandwich coming, and I just lost my appetite.
Something tells me, though, that I have so much faith in these sandwiches that we'll make a comeback.
You're right.
I have hope.
Pat,
Sorry.
that's an awful smell and an awful story.
Were you told about the juices of the grass and the yard and the trash?
Yeah, you're
Let's
right.
move on.
Okay.
Let's move on.
Let me get something out for you. And you know what, Pat, I don't know if I thanked you, but thank you for the question.
You're welcome, Jim.
Here is a question that I think a lot of our listeners can touch into. They're going to say, you know what? I never thought of that before. And I am this style of person. Pat, do you dunk your fries in the ketchup, squeeze the ketchup all over your fries, or no ketchup at all?
First off, Jim, thank you very much for the
Well,
question.
of course, yes.
I like to answer your question with another story, if I may.
Okay.
I was at Lion's Choice last Sunday. I hadn't been at Lion's Choice in a while, and I was very enthused to go with a few friends that were in town.
Ooh.
Oh, you like it. You admitted you did.
I know. Keep going.
One of the reasons I was so excited is because their French fries, I think, are some of the best fast food French fries you can find in town. Sure enough, order the food, go sit down with my buddies. Well, on my way to sitting down, I realize their old little station of fountain drinks, you got your horseradish, barbecue, etc., has now exponentially expanded. You have your horseradish, 2 different kinds of barbecue, ketchup, au jus, chipotle ranch, and I'm probably forgetting a few others. And I'm like, well, I love sauces. I got to try all of these. So what do? I sit down, and they all look at me, eyes and mouth agape, about, well, why? What are you doing with all these sauces? I got to try them all.
Well, of course.
So to my point, I'm the Dunkin' because I love sauces. And why, when you're using a finger food already, make it even messier than it is, because I'm also a napkin fiend, as you know.
Yes, sir. I am as well.
I am a napkin fiend, and so it's like, you're already getting a mess. Why make more of a mess and miss out on the opportunity of all these sauces? If somebody was a fork person, they would probably say, well, just use a fork. But you also wouldn't mix barbecue sauce, au jus, cheese, chipotle ranch, etc., horseradish, all on your fries or whatever.
Now,
I dunk.
let
1,000%.
But I appreciate your story. Multiple reasons. One, I love sauces. We both just love a plethora of sauces. It's like the guy who paints on Channel 9. He's got the palette of all the paints.
Don Ross?
I think so. It might be, yeah, Don Ross.
Yeah, we're going to paint a happy picture here.
That's what my plate usually looks like with sauces.
Yes.
So I know you can appreciate that. But my question, Pat, is ketchup. Specifically ketchup. Are you dunking the ketchup? Are you squeezing it all over the place? Or no ketchup at all?
Thank you for the follow-up question, because I did go off track.
Of course.
I have done both. I will admit I've done both. And in my history of trying both, I concluded that similarly to the previous scenario I as described, being a napkin fiend and wanting to have relatively clean hands, it was too messy and too unpredictable with the drizzling of ketchup, because some have too much, some have too little. And so it was like, well, I've just got to dunk these.
I'm shaking my head. I'm shaking my head. Yes,
You just got to dunk them.
for the listeners, because
Sometimes you want a big dunk. Sometimes you want to take a little dunk.
I feel this exact same way.
Good. I'm going to throw it back to you then, so you can give your 2 cents.
Okay. My answer is 90. Oh, that is our Grammy Sammy.
Love it.
Will you grab them?
I will.
You don't have to tip. It's a Postmate.
Great.
So all you got to do is just grab them and go.
Do the play-by-play.
Pat is now getting up to grab our Grammy Sammys, delivered by Postmates.
What's up, man? That's for you, man. Thank you. Have a good night.
Pat grabs the bag, and the best part about Postmates is, just like Uber, it's all connected to your phone, so you just grab the bag and go. There is no anything else other than thanks. Thanks for my food.
The best part was he didn't say, like, why the hell are you in your underwear on the couch with another man? He was just like, here's your food. Have a good night.
You're right.
It's like, thanks. I don't want any questions asked.
You're right.
So,
let me finish this up.
Go ahead.
And then we'll crush. The answer is 98.5% of the time, I am dunking my ketchup. The only way I wouldn't is if somebody, A, gives me some fries and then gives me some ketchup, but I have no vessel to squeeze the ketchup out onto a wrapper or a napkin or a plate or something.
You just make room. That's what I do. I scoot them over.
Right.
Fries pile up.
I also have a guilty pleasure of Steak and Shake, cheese fries, and taking that ketchup with the squeeze bottle that comes to a nice point, so it's a thin line that you drizzle, and just drizzling the ketchup all over the cheese fries and eating them with a fork.
They come in a league of their own, I think, Steak and Shake fries, because they're so skinny. They are almost forkable in the sense that, you could get away with both entities, with the sauces on top, and you could use your hands with a fork if you want, because they're so small and unique. So
I agree.
good question, good discussion.
Let's come back to the questions here in a second and crush our food first,
Yes.
and then we'll come right back.
I hope you are all at home crushing some food as well.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
here we go.
Let's get comfortable.
Stay comfy. Hey everybody, it's Patty Moe here with Let's Get Comfortable, and I'm here to talk to you about a really, really important topic. You ever go to a party, summertime, good pool party, even wintertime, nice indoor party, or maybe an event, a trivia night, what have you, and all you want to do is give something different. You're tired of giving out the standard Bud Light or your bottle of wine or your little mixed cocktail. You want to mix it up. You want to be that special, important person. I'm here to talk to you about Jello shots. We have a solution for you here at Let's Get Comfortable. It's called the Gelinator. The Gelinator is a patented United States of America made product right here, not only in our land of the free and home of the brave, but St. Louis, Missouri itself. They can get the job done for you in literally 1,000% of the time that it takes you right now in your kitchen. It's a simple funnel, nozzle, pour it, forget about it. Super space tech. We're talking going to Mars, Jupiter, Saturn technology that you will try once and never ever want to forget again. Jimmy B, my fellow co-host and good buddy, and I have used it now 3 years running for the DeSmet Jesuit Spartan Trivia Night, the rock and roll version. We're going to pump it out again here in the next few weeks. Literally pump it out. You pour it in and you're done. It's a great, clean, efficient way. Again, patented, pump and touch, fill it up in the cup, done, no mess, no problem technology. You're going to love it. It's the Gelinator, folks, and it's a proud sponsor here, by the way, on Let's Get Comfortable. I highly recommend it. Get gelled up, get effed up, and get comfortable. This is Patty Moe by the Gelinator. Thank you.
Okie doke. Welcome back to Let's Get Comfortable. I'm Jimmy B.
I'm Patty Moe.
And we are about to finish up the show here. I know we took a... what was it? I know we took a brief hiatus there to crush a Sandy. Pat, where were those sandwiches from?
I believe it was called the Gramophone.
Ooh.
In the Grove?
Absolutely delicious.
What did you crush, Jimmy B?
I had the Mississippi Nights Club. It was like turkey, roast beef, cheese, boss sauce, crunched up red hot riplets, lettuce, tomato, onion. You can't get much better. What'd you get?
I had the Alcatraz, which I originally was going to order something else, and then saw that, and it was right up my alley. We're talking roast beef, Swiss cheese, Provel, my go-to, caramelized onion, boss sauce, and then my favorite kind of bread, the buttered down sourdough.
Oh, yeah.
It's simple, yet so deliciously complex. I would love to try some other things there, but I'll tell you what, that sandwich didn't stand a chance.
Not a chance. We crushed it all.
Love to have them be a sponsor at some point.
One of these days.
We have all these great commercials of these sponsors, is pouring in these ads, and I think that it'd be great to have them in the lineup at some point.
I couldn't agree more. Well, I'll tell you what. I got one more question for you.
All right.
I think you have one more question for me.
I do.
And then let's wrap it up. Let's call it a show, Pat. What do you say?
I say that sounds fantastic.
So my last question for you, I'm not sure if I've asked you this on or off the air before, but I feel like I ask a lot of people this question. And the question is, would you take a punch in the face from Mike Tyson in his prime for $1 million?
That's it.
That's it?
Well, Jim, thank you very much for the question.
Well, of course.
Appreciate it. For $1 million.
A punch in the face
Right.
from Mike Tyson while he was in his prime.
He can hit you as hard as he wants. So there's a chance you could die from this. In
I
theory,
think
right?
that there is a solid chance that
Right. You have no
could
padding
possibly,
on?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
You're standing there, Mike Tyson, bare fist, punch in the face.
Can I ask one more question?
Sure.
Can I get like a range? Am I like a few feet from him, or is he like running up full speed? Is it just a pop, or is he like coming from the other side of the ring, like full velocity, just giving me everything he's got?
He's certainly not running at you like
Okay, because that'd be kind of weird. Yeah.
like a Happy Gilmore running up to a ball and hitting it.
But he's full.
Picture a
wind up.
boxing match. You're standing there across from each other, and he gets to just wind up and clock you in the face with a haymaker for $1 million. But it's bare fist and it's in your face.
Because it's a hypothetical situation, and I've been punched in the face before at unexpected full strength, like even closer than you and I are together, just point blank, and I took it, and I didn't get any money out of it, I would totally let him smoke me in the face.
Wow.
Oh, for sure. Because here's the deal. If I don't die or get paralyzed, I could take that $1 million, pay the couple grand for the cosmetic fixes necessary.
Necessary?
I
got you.
Thank you. Kinky Blue. And just kind of go from there. And if anybody, here's the thing, if anybody was like, "Whoa, Pat, like, what's wrong with your eyeball?" or "Why is your nose gone?" or like, "Why are your lips crooked?" I'd be like, like Mike Tyson hit me in the face. You saw it on HBO, like. And they'd be like, "Oh, well, you look like crap," and I'd be like, "Well, that's cool. Well, you're not invited to my yacht this afternoon." That's the way I think I would justify it. Now, does that make me a lesser of a person, a money whore? I don't know. I would venture to say it makes me more of a man because I can take the hit when money's on the line. And I'll throw it back to you.
Well, first of all, I appreciate you answering the question, and I appreciate you throwing it back.
And you're so welcome.
I've been tossed up on this for a long time.
Yeah.
Because much like a lot of people that I've asked, the immediate answer is, "Oh, hell yeah, I would take a punch. It's just one punch. You get over the hurting feeling and the bruising and all the shit, and then you're good. You got $1 million."
That punch could kill you, though. It could break your neck.
That is where I am concerned, you could say. I feel like a lot of these boxers, professional fighters, take punches, blows to the head, blah, 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 and they're fucked. We're just an average Joe standing there, and he gets to wind up and clock us as hard as he can with a bare fist. You could be out cold forever.
If he hit you the wrong way, yeah, he could hit you sideways.
He could blind you.
Your neck snaps.
He could hit you in the nose, and your nose bone could go into your brain and kill you.
Yeah.
You could
He could
ruin
knock
your
your teeth
jaw.
out.
Yeah, ruin your mouth.
Oh.
I don't think I would want to ruin my face.
Yeah, that'd be rough.
I think it's been a good show.
It's been a great show. It's been a good time back. I feel great about it.
And I feel like now that we're back, we both have a couple of busy weekends coming up, but we still will have an opportunity to dive in, and I'm excited about the logo.
Oh, man.
That's going to be big for us. That's going to be
soon.
a big stepping stone to get all the social medias underway. one thing we haven't mentioned that I would like to before we get out of here, Pat, is if you got questions, send it on over to lgcpodcaststl@gmail.com.
Was that lgcpodcaststl@gmail.com?
It was lgcpodcaststl@gmail.com.
Okay, I think I got it.
I think
lgcpodcaststl@gmail.com.
Right.
Got it, yeah.
Send us your questions. We'd love to answer them on the show. For my co-host, Pat Morris.
And my good friend and co-host, Jimmy D.
This is Let's Get Comfortable.
Thank you for listening.
Take care.